Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Really quickly, I just want to let you guys know super thankful for everything that you guys have done for us. If you've reached out to us, we apologize if we've been a little late getting to you, but it's been just a little bit of craziness. But we just want to say thank you so much, especially today as we sit down with family and we enjoy each other. And we just wanted to say thank you. I also wanted to give some updates because the last time I spoke with you guys, I told you that we were going to Springfield yesterday to go see the neurologist, and we did. We had a good visit, and he seemed to think that everything was going really well. And we were on our way back, and we were about 20 miles away. Sterling started getting some chest pain that he's been having. Thought it was a lot of skeletal muscular type things. When we get home, he's starting to do a little bit of the shivers and the shakes. And I check his temperature, and he has about 100.3 temperature. We call his primary care physician. They encourage us to go to the ER. So we went ahead and headed to the ER here in Rogers. And when we got there, they did a couple things, just real quick tests of his heart and everything. Did a CAT scan of his chest to make sure that he didn't have any like blood clots or anything. That came back that he did have some blood clots in his chest, which is pretty common for people who are as active as Sterling was and then go to being very sedentary. Even though he's working on becoming more active, he is pretty sedentary. And so they, he's still got about 100-degree temperature, and they want to keep us overnight because it's very painful to him for him to breathe on his left side. They saw a little bit of fluid, possibly pneumonia on his left lung. So they wanted just to keep us overnight to monitor. So we got transferred upstairs, and at about 11, he is getting some vitals taken, and he starts asking for a drink of water, but I wasn't understanding what he was saying because he was asking me for $1. And I instantly go into, I've been around enough neurologists to know, are you having a stroke? So I'm like, make a smile and do all those things. And he's passing those tests, but he's still not able to form sentences. He can't get the words out that he wants. They take his temperature, and he has 105.7 temperature. So they do a rapid response. They do take him upstairs, get him a CT scan just to rule out stroke. Thankfully, that came back good. They did not see anything on there for a stroke. They think it was just a temperature of 105 degrees, almost 106 degrees. Just really not making your brain be able to function, essentially. So that took a little bit of time. They iced him down and Tylenol and like all the things. And eventually, about by 3, 4 o'clock this morning, with another dose of Tylenol, he got his temperature down to about 98.3. And we were just trying to figure out what the heck happened because he shouldn't have spiked a temperature that high. So we met with the teleneurologist again through St. Louis. It's actually the same one, so that was really interesting. She seemed kind of surprised that he wasn't on steroids still for everything that he's been going through. So they're thinking potentially that maybe it was just he needs some more rounds of steroids. He also had some bacteria in his urine, so they're waiting to see what that comes back as, and they're giving him some antibiotics, so that could potentially be the cause. And then they're also concerned that he did end his steroids on Saturday, and they are concerned that maybe that is a trigger for an autoimmune disease that once those steroids are no longer in your system, you could potentially be an autoimmune disease. So we have several options on our table right now as to what our diagnosis can be. They are monitoring him for the next, they told us 48 to 72 hours. So could be the next couple days. And they considered sending us to Springfield again, but felt like it was probably better just to keep us here and monitor and start some steroids. He thankfully is not losing any of his ability to lift his legs. He's still really doing that. He doesn't have any new numbness or anything like that. So, no regression, I should say, in his transverse myelitis. We're just trying to figure out if this is just a crazy random fluke of a fever that from a bacteria that spiked that high, or if it's some underlining viral thing that maybe he has, or if it is an autoimmune disease. So we're not out of the woodworks yet. And we're just doing a lot of monitoring, blood work every couple hours, cultures, pokes, prods, all the fun stuff that you don't really want to have to do, um, but necessary to figure out an answer. So um, I wanted to give you guys this update. And I know it's not the greatest news, but honestly, we were looking at this as very, very good because he could have been at home. Um, Thankfully, we were vigilant enough to take him in, and he happened to be there, and they got to him as quickly as they did when his fever got that high. Because I just don't know if he was at home, if I would have been able to get him there in a really timely manner to get his temperature down. So we're very thankful that we were there. I feel like it, was where we were supposed to be. So hopefully we will have some answers. And if not, we will go somewhere that can give us some answers. Um, I am going to ask that you guys all just, as you're sitting with your families on Thanksgiving and as you're thinking about this year, know that in our hearts, we are so thankful for all of you who are fighting for the Hartman family, because we are super, super um, grateful for you guys, and we couldn't do it without you, truthfully. We have so many people on our side, and we have so many people in our circle that we literally couldn't do anything without them. And so um, we're just so grateful. And I ask that when you're sitting with your families today and over the next couple days, that you just remember that you may not get along with them, but you love them, and just be glad that they're sitting there next to you, and be thankful for that, because not everybody gets to have that this year. And this is Luviana's first Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, we don't get to spend it all around that same table together. So this is a little rough for us as our immediate family. Um, and just kind of keep Sterling and I and her in your thoughts and prayers and good vibes, and whoever you want to send it to, we'll take it all. Lou got her shots on Tuesday, her 1 year shots. And if you're a mama, you know how rough those are. She's been struggling, and this weather is not helping her. She's got a little bit of cough going on again. And she is just a little bit on that struggle bus right now, just with not feeling the greatest. And so if you could keep her in your thoughts and your prayers and good vibes and all that, that little baby needs some thoughts too. Again, we just want to thank you guys so much. And I wish I was with Sterling at the hospital right now, but I'd have to be talking with the mask on, and because they don't really know what he has, and they don't want anybody to give him anything worse. So I have to wear a mask the whole time I'm in there with them right now. So I figured when I came home to shower and get a little bit of dinner and see Lou, I'd just give you guys a quick update. So we love you and we appreciate you, and Thank you, thank you, thank you, really. And I will try to update you guys as soon as I know more. But right now, probably the next 24, 48 hours, just going to be a lot of waiting and a lot more tests and things like that. So we appreciate it. Bye.